Whoops. Oh, here you go. Oh, oh my gosh. Anyway, I can't tell until after, so, because I have a big delay, I'm right. Okay. So you over a little bit more. There we go. Hey, Carol. Trying to get this right. I wish it wasn't such a big delay. Well, it's not a huge delay. There we go. Okay, good. Seriously. I know. I don't like you to see my legs. I don't know why. I don't know if that did anything. Okay. So I started this during devotion. So if you were listening to it and you heard some background sound, it was me getting the box out. I apologize. Wait, the box was already there. No, I put the box back last night. I was getting the box out, so I apologize if you heard all that. Now I'm putting this in order. So they're all gonna be this: orange, purple, and it's ice blue, but to me it looks green. And then the background is green bice. BICE. Okay, Carol. You know, on this guy bringing his dog in to get him put down because of a minor situation that he has. Because the vet said eventually he'll be in pain. Do surgery, and they didn't want to do surgery. They put him down so he's not in any pain, and the vet literally asks him not to put him down, to surrender him. And he still says no to put him down, and he looks at the head wound and says, "I'm not down." It takes a 10-minute thing to fix this. If he had his stomach it was actually quite serious, more serious than I thought. His stomach, something with his stomach, it wasn't positioned right. And then from the time where the dog was born with it, the stomach was positioned in the wrong way. I said, and then by the time he left and came back, it turned into bloat when the stomach flips. So he operated on, fixed the bloat, fixed the composition of the stomach and everything, and then he was fine. Then the dog was put, rehomed, well, first fostered until he can heal, rehomed, and that guy wanted that dog back. He goes, well, that's not your dog. Your dog was put down, I told you. All you have to do is just reposition the stomach, but you chose to put him down. Well, that sounds good to me. Pecan pie. Huh. I remember one Thanksgiving, it was just me and my mom. Everybody decided to boycott us. Even though we invited a lot of people, but they just, the night before, when we already pre-prepared everything. Like all the vegetables was all cut up. All I have to do is get up early and cook everything. I'm like, seriously, you tell us the night before when all the food is like, prepared to be cooked tomorrow? Because we feel like just staying home. So now you gotta cook your whole meal. You had nothing to do than just show up, eat, hang out, watch the parade, and go home. Now you have to prepare everything. A woman that lived next door to us, they didn't really celebrate holidays. And my mom went over, do you want to eat Thanksgiving dinner with us? I know you don't celebrate holidays, but you can just think of it as any other day. And she goes, yeah, I'll celebrate Thanksgiving to us. She goes, Thanksgiving is probably one of the few ones that she'll celebrate because that and Christmas. But a lot of this, in Easter, she says none of the small ones. She started to celebrate the all the other holidays, just any holidays, but for a while she wouldn't because her whole family saw it of the wrong reason, like Christmas. Oh, gifts, 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 gifts. That's not no. No. You get a gift from me, what you tell me what the real reason Christmas, and her sister, Jesus, like rude. She goes, well, if you say a rude, you're not gonna get crap from me. And her nephew said exactly what it's like. Here's your gift. And everybody went in line except 2-year-old. She was just gonna give it to him, but he goes, Jesus' birthday. And so all the 2-year-old probably knew at the time. Like, she would not decorate her house for anything. She didn't get why people put up trees, Christmas tree, and decorate it a month before when Christmas is only one day. She goes, well, to get ready for the festive so you can get the Christmas spirit. And she soon moved out of that apartment next to her. But that year, the Thanksgiving got her into Christmas, and she celebrated Christmas with her kids. But the kids had to say it before Christmas, what Christmas was really about. And she spoiled those kids. But by then, she had her house. So they celebrated over there. They came and picked us up, and I wasn't there on Christmas. I was with my dad. When I got home, her apartment was under. I looked in the house. She's gone. And mom says, oh, she's picking us up soon. And we're gonna have a walkthrough of her house. I remember at one time I was always getting this polish. All people had to do was get different colors, not the same colors. Christmas and birthdays and Easter, the same thing. So I had like 300 red, pink, and not even purple. Red and pink nail polish. I just put it in the basket and went one, two, and like three of those were full. She goes, all the same color and all dried out. She goes, well, they must have been in your closet for years. Or yeah. Yes, they were. Yeah, I'm doing one at a time. Hi, Johannes. How are you? Oh no, you got a fever. Well, I hope you get better soon. Now, everybody, you see this design I'm coloring. Now, I made it look like blocks. But you can color it to make it look like a star. I think it's supposed to be a star. I remember this one person had his property was as wide as his house, so he owned the front property. I'm sorry, the front yard and the backyard. Where the driveway was, they did not know who that belonged to. So it took him a long time to actually find out his left of his house was his. So he repositioned the fence. Him and his sons did the left and the right. And those people came home from their vacation finding out that part of their yard was gone because the fence was moved. And he goes, "That's mine." I had a surveyor come and say exactly what was mine. But that's not for half my yard. I says, I took a quarter of your yard. I took 10 feet back. Well, actually, he goes, wait a minute, 30 feet. It was 30 feet. So when they were told to put up a fence and sell it, they decided to put the fence in attached to the house, to the front, and then from the back of the house, to the other fence. Make his really small. Yep, 30 left was his. I mean, that's quite a bit. The other property had a lot of yard too. And to the left was a good 40 feet. And that person knew it. Some of his was definitely theirs. Because he had a lot of yard. He was, I don't want some. He was going to tell the guys, if you want some of this yard, I'll be more than happy to give it to you. And he started the preparation of putting up a new fence and going to his yard and taking that fence down. And he did that while the guy and the sons repositioned the other one. That was like a 1 day thing. It was easy, he said. He just had to make it permanent. He put stakes in the ground to have, like, he got a lawyer just in case that person will cause problems. It's crazy. I'm not feeling well. I have a sore throat, runny nose, watery eyes. Well, I hope you feel better soon. I forgot, I did eat lunch yesterday. I had the pasta. I said I didn't eat lunch at all. Yeah, I had the rest of the pasta with the rest of the cheddar cheese. And for breakfast, I actually had a cheese sandwich using the shredded cheese. That was interesting. Yeah, that Metamucil. Should have stuck with the real, the name brand with that stuff. My brother always says, try the store brand, and if you don't like it, you can always go back to the regular one. I tried the store brand. Never again. No, no. And I bought a big old thing of that. It's it was the cheapest one. $14. So I was looking at the tablet. No, there's wafers. I'm like, no. Ugh. And there's not even that much in there. I need this to not. I sometimes I need it every day, and then other days I surely don't need it. But if there was the clear one, I still might put it. You can't ruin it that much. Just a little thing of orange flavor. That can't be bad. Why can't it be chocolate flavor? You know, that would be nice. So if you put it in your coffee every morning, you just put the tip of it, barely that much. Metamucil dissolves good. Because I put 2 big heaping spoons in a cup, put hot water, and I mix it very well for like a good 30 seconds to a minute. I go like this, then go like this, then go like this. I just keep on going. It dissolved completely. I drank it down with 2 glasses of water. 20 minutes of burping and tooting. I gotta put dishes away for that. I might change the title and put and more, because I'm ready to move on. That's why I just leave it at coloring. Yeah, let's change it to and more. So if you refresh the Alive, you will get the new title. This person had just about 300 books. And she colored 300 pages in a month. Only 1 month she did that. Her mother says, "What are you doing that for?" She says, "I just want to do it. See how much I can do." So she did it, 1 page in each. And if one got done quickly, she just kept it going. And before you know it, she had her least favorite book, and she did that picture very quickly. And she was so glad because that book was done. Isn't that lovely? Sorry. So we'll put that away for now. Other books over here that I have right here. No. Maybe 100 Easy Flowers? watched this video, this channel, Grandpa Kitchen. I don't know why, but, well, they feed the hungry, I know why they do that. But there was this one home, facility they fed. There was mostly mentally, um, handicapped adults. A couple kids living there, too. Don't know why the kids are living there amongst adults. This little boy was eating, and yes, one of them was, really challenged people there. That's so bad that they can, when they feed themselves, the rice goes everywhere. I'm like, they should really have someone help them eat and teach them to eat better. She put that she was, I guess she was done with her plate and grabbed the little kids and was not eating his until the kid was like, what the heck, my meal? And thank God the other guy and motioned to someone and pointed, and she quickly put the food down. I guess she got in trouble. The way they eat, they gather some rice, and I guess they don't use forks and knives or spoons with the rice. They gather it up, and the kids that really knows how to do it, like, almost pushes it into a form of a ball and then puts that whole ball in the mouth without any rice falling. And there's one little girl that lives amongst them, and she does it pretty well. I don't know why they were living there. I know where the boy was. He's, mentally challenged, but I don't think the girl was. I watched this one tuna zoo, and there's this one. They adopted a little girl from that same area, and she was telling when she had to get a haircut, she was held down because the way they gave haircuts over there, they shaved the kid's head. I'm like, oh. I said, I wonder if they lived in that one. She lived in that one place because she was getting adopted, so they sent her to a better place. Oh. Because she said that when she was getting adopted, they sent her to a better orphanage, and then there they said that she can keep her longer. I'm like, I wonder if she was there with them. The other one. Those birds are gonna eat all the grubs and worms and bugs. Fill their tummies. People, they have chickens, and that's what the chickens do. In the morning, that's what they have in the morning is bugs. Now, if you're raising it to get chunky and grow big, to eat them, then you feed 'em a lot of grain. Like Purdue does. Keep them confined with no. Ah! What?
I'm working till 2.
Okay.
I'm still doing grill.
Okay. Don't do that.
Why?
It's gonna shit out of me.
So,
It's only this box. I need to move later.
it'll be a fun
Then I can go.
Are you live?
Yeah.
Alright, this will only take a second.
Yeah.
Once you get all this stuff taken care of,
I know there's one box over there. Sorry.
and once you get all this taken care of, and everything in your room, then we'll be able to figure out what we're gonna do with everything.
Yeah.
This would, unfortunately, this will be a spare bedroom. That was the plan from the beginning,
Yeah.
which means you have to swing from in there temporarily.
That's okay.
And after work, I'm gonna go and do this,
What's that?
like the homestead
Oh yeah.
and mortgage,
Okay.
so I got units down.
Okay.
I'll be happy if this went down $100.
Yeah. He scared me. Now let's try the chisel. I remember hearing about this a story of this baby that was born, and they said just take your baby home and keep him comfortable. You go, why? What's wrong with the baby? She has hypoplastic left heart syndrome. Aren't you gonna fix the heart? Oh, eventually it'll become weak and need a heart transplant. Then they'll die of cancer and stuff. So you might as well just let her die. I'm like, what? This woman says she went to another state. The baby was doing pretty well, but the baby's heart was not as bad as some other babies, so she was actually doing quite well. And the left side of her heart was smaller, but not to a great deal. And they did a few things at the new hospital, and she was doing fine. Went back to the other hospital. Remember that baby? Oh yeah, sorry if you lost one. Well, here she is. 50 pounds, the world's fattest 1-year-old. Because she was not mobile enough. They think that she was mentally challenged as well. So they don't know. The only thing she had trouble with is her oxygen level when she was a baby. That she was on oxygen for a while. That's the only thing, and they said because of that, that's probably why she is not mobile, and that's why she's so big. So they kept her on. She was starting to become mobile. So, and when she was mobile, she lost the weight that she needed. Of course, the parents was always scared about that. I said, no, she's fine. I wonder if these nibs are reversible. Oh. Remember one time when I lived in Bristol, I was always friggin' working. One day, I didn't even see Eric. He didn't know where the heck I went. And and he went finally realized, oh, she probably went to work. And he went, I'm done. I'm done. And the woman said, yeah, Michelle, go home. You've been here forever. I'm done. See Eric went, oh, my knight in shiny armor. It took me a while to realize that you're probably paying to work. Mm. And the one that asked me to work, I was lured here. I was kidnapped and forced to work. The manager says, "Yep, we kidnapped her for the day." And the store manager says, "Michelle, take tomorrow off." And told the manager, "Oh, no." She goes, "No, she's the only one I have." I says, "Well, call." He says, "Call other people, and why the same person?" I says, "I need a day off." She was okay. She called me in. She tried. Oh, she called me. The store manager says no. Oh yeah, then my bye. So the one person says, "Did you ask anybody else?" She goes, "Yeah, Michelle has to stay home because of pure exhaustion. She worked literally all day. Right after Eric left to go to his work, I went to work, and she looked at me and says, 'Please stay all day.'" Says, she supplied me with my food to this the whole day. She kept stopping me to eat and drink, and sometimes I just sat there in the back and vegged out. And found I was just pure exhausted. Because she always used the guilt. I have nobody. Oh, okay, I'm calling. Went there with a high fever. Uh, Went there with double ear infection. Couldn't hear crap. So they had to tell me exactly what the people said, and then she sent me home, and I didn't know you were practically deaf. I said, I told you yesterday. And I was like talking really loud. I was going to work. I felt better. The pressure wasn't as bad in my ears, and all of a sudden I felt crackling. Oh, in this head. So manager says, "Michelle, your ears are draining." I'm like, "Whoa!" I heard that voice. And I got up the top. I'm like, "Oh." And he told me to rub it. You might be able to help it drain. So I was rubbing it. Whew. So one guy in the deli didn't know I was getting my hearing back and stuff, and he was talking crap about me. He says, "You know what? Clay, you know what's worse? Your big ugly face." because he was saying, don't know why that you keep her here. She does everything wrong and stuff and all. And I just blurted that out. And he goes, she has a hearing back? And they go, yep. And they all said if you don't stop, you're gonna be out. Because she doesn't do nothing wrong. She does stuff in her way. And it works out. One time I wanted to go on break, so I knew what to do. I cleaned the deli, top to bottom. Okay, now can I go on break? I cleaned it off. He's just standing there like full of dissolved and like a big puss. Yes, you can go. There we go. He probably forgot. It's not an old beer can. Ugh. I threw it away too. I forgot. Trash. May we go round the booby blue. May we go booby blue. On a Saturday night. Here we go, Ruby Loo. Here we go, Ruby Light. Here we go, Ruby Loo. Get all lubed up. What did you say? Yeah, when this is also a spare room. And I will prepare my coloring books so no one can get into them. And I'm not going to be bringing all of them into my other room. I have to stream in my other room. I was actually going to put my coloring books in there in media and just have a few out here. And I'm plugging my chair. My chair? I'm plugging my chin here. Yeah, my chin. My mom was saying that, what, like yours? She goes, here, you read it. And she walked away. I'm like, oh, fine. My dad said, yeah, don't mention her chin here. Yeah, because she's gonna get lubed up. And here is vivid purple. Let's mix them. I think this color's dead. I didn't know that. A 3 year, yeah. I should have done the warranty on these. Of course, I'm not the one that would have to go, oh, let's redo you then. I, the person that bought it for me would have to put in the clean. There was this one nanny that this woman had. Her kids was older, but they even said to the mother, says, well, I'd rather have a nanny instead of sitting by myself. So they went, okay, I'll call your nanny back and rehire her. She'll be happy. She goes, yay, I'm back. But they all says, oh, you gained weight. She goes, yeah. He goes, don't worry, we'll keep you on your toes. Because she didn't have nothing to do. Her work was at a desk. She ate and sat with them, ate, sat, clean after the kids because they would like make her queso. Then they fixed her salad. That's all she ate there. She wanted something yummy. She had to eat yummy stuff at her house. Oh boy. That don't look so pretty. You want me to be quiet? Talk to me, talk to me. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot I had the pasta yesterday. It's 2 sets of leaves, so 2 sets of colors. Now, can you color leaves to a flower blue? Yes. This little boy did. Says, well, why not? Says, yeah, some leaves do look bluish. I went, wait a minute, why don't you do blue-green instead? He goes, that might be better. So he got the blue-green and used it. He goes, yeah, that is better. Can I go over the blue? I went, yeah, I think you can go over it. For a little bit, at least. Because I like that color better. And he just says, there you go. And I said, yeah, a lot of people don't use the traditional colors for everything. There's even people that color professionally. I'm like, what? You're crazy. The teacher looked at me like, what? I mean, who colors professionally? The cartoonist. I'm like, oh. I even said it. People do color for a living, and Dad's just like, who? The cartoonist. Well, that's different one. Nope, still coloring. Huh. I said to him, well, now it's like a click. Back in the day, it was also a click. So he told me, he says, you know, you'll be surprised how computer graphics been around. Here we go, woo. Almost out of the hoop. I want to use this blue. Whew. Oh, this one's for children. The children are this one. There's people that happy. There's people that sad. This one's for the children. Oh. That's when I first noticed that Joey, that was the youngest, that looked like a little kid, was a handsome young man. I'm like, oh, Joey, ba 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 boom. I went, my mom went, uh-oh. But, yeah, I like Joey, but Donnie was always my number one. He was my boyfriend. He didn't know it, but he was my boyfriend for the longest time. Someone invited me to This Was for the Children. If that's true, then after this, I'm seeing it. I'm just checking it out. Okay. Oh, they commented on it. Either one. You're not the real one. You're not the real Colin Scott. Someone that represents Colin Scott, when you sing his song, he, contacts you. Yeah, it must have been a comment on This One's for the Children. Remember this fire happened in Riverbend, and my friend I was actually killed in they were trying to get in to save her, and the person that broke down the door was the manager of the building complex, was actually gonna evict him for breaking down a door. He goes, there was a live person in there. Well, she's dead. If you were in there, I would do the same thing for you. He didn't get him in trouble, cause the guy was told to call HUD ASAP and, tell them exactly what went down. You broke down the door trying to save the woman, but couldn't, because she was already killed. She was already gone. And her ex-husband did an outburst in the courtroom. So once in a while, when I'm watching those videos, outbursts in courtrooms, and I see his. I picked that called whining. I just picked up the marker and said, "Oh, please let this." And that one's like a purple. That's a purple, believe it or not. That's a purple gray. And there was one woman, she had to keep everything all nice because someone's looking at her house to praise it. So she was live, you know. Her husband said, "You can stay alive, you know, I don't think there'll be a problem." So, she had Marcus that was dying. Well, dead. So she didn't want to add to the trash, so we said to her, well, put him in the drawer. Okay. So that's what she did. She put all the dead ones in the drawer, and her daughter found them and was covering with them. Well, they work. They did work. How? No, don't know. Some people think this is. They probably got rejuvenated being left alone, rehydrated. They didn't last long though. Not her. Yeah, her daughter. Come to find out, she forgot she already threw them away, and the daughter didn't last long because the daughter never put the cover back on, but she got to the brand new markers. She realized those are the new ones. I went, wait a minute, what do you mean they're all dried up? These are my brand new ones. And she looks at her father and takes off because he says you can have them. Those are her old ones. And she goes, he says, I'll order you a new set. And you'll give me the money for it. Yes, ma'am. He gave her the money for it, and he actually ordered her two full sets. It was two sets there. So I think two of each set. So here it's covered. Because she allowed her daughter to be in her lives when COPPA happened. She goes, no more lives. I haven't seen her make a video in a long time. I don't even know if her channel's up. I can't remember her channel. It's been so long. Because of COPPA, so many people stopped their channels and they went to other formats. I'm like, this one person, she was getting a good chunk of money every month. I says, don't end yours. She says, I can still gather it up. I just won't have to go through all my videos. Until then, I can't upload, I can't do this, I can't do that. I went, who said? Oh. There was this one girl in my class. Now she called everything particularly perfect because her mother would grade her again at home, and she would rip it up and throw it away. That's how her mother was not, well, I think over dramatic about everything. And not abusive, but if she didn't like her homework, she would write them down and make her do those problems again until they're perfect. Not just all correct, perfectly written. Oh, like all summer, all weekend, 12 hours a day, she would sit there and be forced to do handwritings and stuff like that until the husband came home from being deployed or whatever and heard about that. And why don't you go visit your mother for a couple of years? I'm like, you don't make a kid do that. Because before he got deployed, she wasn't like that. Well, she was, but didn't make her do it all over. I think she gave her extra chores or something. Of course, when the husband wasn't home, I'm like, you gotta get caught to go home. She was watching me. Man, she's the one that didn't feed me. I just sat in one spot and didn't do nothing. One time she left me alone the whole day and came back. Are you okay? So yeah. Another time she went out to supper and I was forced to sit out on the front porch and wait for my father. Oh, you're outside waiting. I said, don't you ever leave me there again. That's the second time. The first time I was alone all day. When was that? Oh, it was the day before. She had to go to a birthday party and she left you alone in the side. Yeah, for a good 2.5 hours. She, she said she came home when she forgot that I was there. When she told me to be right back for you. I thought she was gonna bring, because it was a car full. I thought she was gonna empty out the car and come home and get me and go, take me there. Well, she doesn't know, but I did eat. She doesn't know. Never knew. I ate almost the whole time she was gone. And I seen her coming, so I threw away what I was eating, and I ran to the couch and laid down like I was sleeping. And they all came back then. You were supposed to come get me. I'm telling my dad. But, you know, me, I just want to go home. She just looks, but no, looks at me. What's wrong? Nothing, I'm hungry. You didn't eat over there? No. And then the next day, when I was left alone, it was near Christmas, and it was cold outside, too. So I wasn't brought back there no more. She denied leaving me alone all day. Jim, I did it for like 20 minutes. To go to my sister's for a party, she came with me. I went, no, no. You came home 2 hours later. He hands me a cup, a piece of cake. And I ate that the whole time you were gone. So I was hungry. And I still don't know what happened to my lunch that day. I think she really threw it away. Well, my dad left me both days. Um, well, that day was a long day over at our house. Um, because he did doctor's appointments or something. And No, it was the day before. Where I was left alone mostly all day, and I'm like, I was hungry, so I ate. You threw away my lunch, because I couldn't find it. Every time I went there with the lunch, I never found it. How many times was she had a pizza, soda, chips all around me, but me sitting there just starving to death. Well, not literally, but. So I looked at my dad and I do not want to go over there. She was at the door. I went, no. But there's no one here to watch you. When I'm going to be by myself hungry over there. I can be by myself hungry here. I lock the door, don't answer it. Yep. I'm find out, why are you leaving alone? And what the babysitter did. And I was in the same spot. He wrapped the blanket there, stay right. It was only 2 hours. He put on the TV where it was some kind of kids show, and I'm like, wow. Because he knew that was special. He just, oh, it's just starting, so I'll be back maybe when it's over. Okay. Yep. As soon as it was over, he came. Hey. I was not in the same position, but I changed to this couch because as soon as he left, I got the last bar of cookies. And Dad went, well, where's the cookies? I went, I got hungry because I didn't eat breakfast. Oh no, I forgot to feed you. Because my sister was over, over her friends, and this next morning. And, oh, I had a doctor's appointment. My friend can go with him anyway. And my brother was over his friends sleeping over, and he was gonna do it in 2 days. And because he called when, because I didn't answer the phone, I didn't answer the door, which my babysitter says, Michelle, your father called and says come to get you. I answered. And I told him. I went, no, I did not tell her to come get you. I was so close to going with her too. And no. And he says, you never go with anybody without me telling you this person's picking you up or whatever. They can be harm you. Who will harm kids? Sick people. Oh, back spasm. Come on, Michelle. My iPad's still coloring. That. I'm like just watching. Now we're calling these things. Here we go. It's all cut up. Oh. my gosh, really? Actually running out of these. Yeah, we only have a few left and I'll have to make more. I don't throw them away after, it's just, I use them. Later we'll be doing diamond painting. That's enough right now. Yeah. So I'm gonna go take care of the dishes, get cleaned up, get dressed. I know it's early, but you know I started early, so maybe I'll come back on early or get some fresh air early. You know, if you want to chat, you know where to find me.